Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Which is going to be on the daily list of inflatables. I'm starting a brand new series which is called my daily list of inflatables. So I'm going to search up your inflatables, see which inflatables I find and which ones are the best ones to add to my collection. I have the spider and tree and the broken dragon. The only two that are working are the spider and the tree. But that I only have 2 inflatables working. But that feels like not enough. I want 10 inflatables or 35 inflatables. More like hundreds of inflatables to add my collection. My Amy's is my husband. Hopefully I'll get a great inflatable. Hopefully I'll get more outlets. For my displays, to add more inflatables to my inflatable collection. And enough of my gambling talking. Let's get this party started. Let's get this series started. Alright. First inflatable of the series is the 7-foot Chimney airborne inflatable Halloween ghostly tree with pumpkin and ghost. This tree is black, has the pumpkin and ghost. Space green, and it's hanging down strings, which is so cool. I think it has a cheap fan. I don't know if it has a cheap fan or it has a face fan. I already have a tree. It's brown, I think. It has 2 pumpkins and 2 tombstones, and its eyebrows, I think. Has a smile. It's happy. This tree looks very angry. So does the pumpkin and ghost. My tree also has ghosts. Remember that? And it has a weird knockoff cheap fan that sounds a bit weird, but moving on. So this is the 6.5-foot Chimney airborne inflatable Christmas snowman, penguin, and polar bear scene with ornaments. I would really like to get this design sometime for the Christmas. I really want to get a Christmas. Here's someone's face. Here's someone's hat. There's the ornament. There's penguin. There's the snowman. There's Jimmy right there. There's the snowman. Take it all in. I wish you could get like 360 views. That would be amazing. But anyways, I would really like to get a Christmas inflatable sometime. All the inflatables I have so far are Halloween. But I would like to get a Christmas inflatable someday. But you never know when you'll get it. Next up is the 6-foot Chimney air-blown inflatable train with ghost. I would really like to get a train inflatable sometime. Here's the skull in the front. That's the thing, whatever the heck it's called. There's the top. There's a front train with the skull and the top hat and the 3 windows and the caboose and the skeleton, the ghost and the bow tie. There's the wheels, all the wheels, and the skull face again. And there's the Chimney logo right there. But again, I would really like to get this inflatable sometime. Moving on. Next up is the 4.5-foot air-blown inflatable Thanksgiving Pilgrim Boy Girl combo. I would really like to get this inflatable sometime, but I would like to modify it so it can only be the girl. I'm gonna make a fan on it. I would only like the girl. I don't know if the boy has a fan or the girl has a fan, but I am modified with cuter eyes, and then that'll be it. The only modifier is the eyes. I don't like the eyes on it. It kind of looks like it's so weird. I much more spudged in. I'm gonna put the girl's face more spudged in. I don't want a boy. I like the girl with cute face, not the ugly face like that. I don't know if the fan is on the girl or the fan is on the boy, but whatever. Let's move on. Last but not least is the 5.5 foot Chimney airborne Jack Skellington as Santa in Chimney. This is a very good inflatable. Yeah, this is the non-animated. There are two versions: the animated version and the non-animated version. I would only like the non-animated version. Non-animated version of the Jack Skellington coming out of the chimney. He has a Santa beard, and he has a typical face, the hat, and Santa outfit, and the chimney. The chimney is a bit rounder than the normal chimney. I would like to go with the rectangular shape, but Chimney is not perfect. Their inflatables are a little bit rounder, make things a little bit rounder than normal. But okay, I'm fine with that. By Emies, let's go back to the first inflatable. By Emies, that's going to conclude episode 1 of the daily list of inflatables. My daily list of inflatables. By Emies, that's going to conclude the first episode of my daily list of inflatables. It was on the 7-foot tree, the 6.5 foot Christmas scene, the 6-foot train, the 4.5 foot Thanksgiving boy and girl, and 5.5 foot Jack's going on coming out of Chimney. By Emies, that's going to conclude episode 1 of my daily list of inflatables. So part 2 might come out tomorrow. And I don't know what I'll share next. By Ease, that's going to conclude the first episode of my daily list of inflatables. By Ease, that conclude the first episode of my daily list of inflatables. By Ease, my next upload. Yeah, so episode 2 coming tomorrow. By Ease, that's going to conclude the first episode of my list of inflatables. So my next upload will be continuing some Mega Man Legacy Collection. So see you then.